Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and today I want to start a new journal, as if I don't have nearly enough going at the one time. But I've had this Arteza journal kicking about the room for a long time. They came in a pack of 3. It comes in a pack of 3. They're 5 3/4 inches square. I used this one for my Marguerite Miller challenges in, my goodness, 2021, and filled it up with all the challenges. I really love this book. It brings back so many happy memories of doing. This was always one of my favourites, number 10. Those who have been with me for a long time will recognise some of the collages in this book. It was really fun to do. And so because they come in a pack of 3, I still have this one left. The other one, I think I did the rest of the challenges in. It'll be about somewhere on display on the shelf. So I was thinking I would use this as sort of something similar to the Marguerite Miller challenge, except not obviously challenges or prompts, but just some nice inspirational quotes, some nice collages, just some nice plain and simple but beautiful collages made with the ton of scrapbook paper that I have in the cupboard from days of yore. So I have this and I want to change the colour a bit. What I did was the elastic that's round this one here, I cut it off. There was also a bookmark, which obviously I've cut off this one too. It was a red ribbon bookmark and just didn't go with how I wanted it to look. You can sort of see that the red ribbon is there. Yeah, so it's kind of nice thick, like mixed media paper, so I'll be able to do some arty things in it as well. But for now, I think we'll do the cover and maybe the first maybe 2 pages, like just the inside covers and the back cover. So this is a piece of upholstery fabric that I got one of those big books, you know, the big books that you get from these shops that make up curtains for you and upholster your chairs and do all sorts of fancy things. So I cut it to size, and I just liked the green and the kind of hint to a kind of floral without being floral, and I stitched round just to give it a kind of faux stitching, and I used my pinking shears just to yeah, and I quite like that it's going a little bit thready. So the 3-in-1 hopefully will do the trick here, and I'm just going to give it a bit of a squeeze down and fire on. Whoops, there's the glue getting messy with the glue already. My first squirt that seems to be seeping through this. I hope enough of it can stay to keep my cover on. Right, let's see if that'll do just now. Let's give it a little bit of a finger spread, and we'll see if we can get this more or less in the right place. Just as long as it's covered, I don't really need it to be all. Let's just do that with that finger. There we are. Yeah, that looks okay. My stitching went a little bit off there, but that's all right. And a little bit off there as well. Never mind. Right, I'm kind of equal. Yep. So we'll do this second half. Let's do a bit down there. Not sure that this is the best glue. When I think about it, I've got fabric glue that might have been better. Too late now. Were the cries. Right. Seems to be doing the trick anyway. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be adding more decoration to the cover. I'm going to live with it for a while before I think, right, what would be nice on the cover, because I'm not entirely sure how this might develop. I know I want it to be pretty and nice and, you know, nice quotes that you can find on Pinterest or the internet, and just so that when I open it, I'll be happy with, you know, reading some nice little quotes and seeing some nice images. Well, I think that looks all right. It's going to be a bit funny there, but see if it goes a bit funny there when I'm opening it. I'll just put a piece of something down there at some point. Once it's dry, we'll just see exactly how it might be. Okay, look at this, doing this nonsense. Right, now, let's think. I've got some things here for my opening page. This is Stamperia. I am not sure. I've got only bits of it left and I don't know the name of it. But I'm sure if you look through Stamperia, then you'll find sun and moon and stars. You know, it's things like that. I want it to be not mystical, but kind of nice and like mindfulness and things like that. So the first quote I'm going to put in is, I've typed it up in my old typewriter. You have to be where you are to get where you need to go. And I just thought that was just a nice opening gambit for my first page. And I'm just simply going to leave it like that. I rounded the corners because the corners in this little book are round, and it just so happens the size I have just pretty much matches the corners there. So yeah, happy with that. We'll need to think about how we're going to attach that. I think what I'm going to do is maybe get my double-sided tape, or maybe we'll just put a little tiny bit of glue stick down the edge because I don't want it shining through. But anyway, we'll deal with that in a minute. Right, let's see. We're just going to continue using this strong glue just because this is the opening cover and I want to make sure it's stuck down properly. So I just stitched round it. I think it's nice to either stitch round or use a black liner pen before you stick the pages down. Then it looks like you've sewn it in cleverly, but we know between us that you haven't. It's like a kind of faux stitching in. Right, let's put the lid on that right away or we'll have another avalanche of glue. And I want it to fit to the edges there. And of course you could always ink round. I think I want to keep this kind of clean looking. Not that inking the edges doesn't make it clean, but it gives it a vintage look. And that's not really what I want for this book. So we want that to be there, just as a kind of opening thing. Now, I wonder, let's try on a spare bit whether is glue stick going to shine through. It's going on to a pattern paper, so it might not. Yep, that'll do for me. It's not shining through, so I am just going to go ahead with the glue stick. I know that the red double-sided tape, you know, the one with the plasticky red stuff that you peel off, I know it doesn't especially shine through when you're sticking on the vellum, but that'll do nicely, and I'm liking that. And of course that could be a little tuck spot, but I'm not going down the road of filling it too much with loose pieces. I just kind of want it to be like just nice. Right, let's jump to the back. Let's whiz to the back. There was a plastic envelope stuck on to the back, so you can see the glue residue there, but I took that off. So I have really taken this wee book apart of all its little bits. How gorgeous is that? A wise old owl. I'm not going to put any words on this on the back page. This is just, I can just stick this down with this, why not? It's sticky enough. And if it lifts up a little bit, I'll treat it to some 3-in-1 if it starts to be naughty. But for now, I'm sure that will do it. Good. A wise old owl on the back page. These papers are double-sided, and doesn't that just make a dilemma? Because sometimes it's, what is it, Hobson's choice when you can't decide, is that? Don't know, I'll need to Google that. I'm probably talking nonsense. Let's get right to the corners. There we are. So just as it, when you've got lovely papers like that, you don't need to add much. You have to be where you are to get where you need to go, and I just thought that was a nice opening. Right, let's do the first kind of proper page, because that's us done our cover, although we might add something there. And the spine doesn't look too bad. Yeah, let's do a page here. Okay, we have, let me just get my bits. You wouldn't be surprised, but more of the Stamperia. And I'm just going to do these corners. Just need to do one side. There. Okay. Yep. And I have this, which I thought was really nice. It's from, I think, a Daphne's Diary. I think as was this. Yep. And she has a little butterfly on her nose there. Okay. Now the thing is, am I going to stitch round? And I don't think I am, because the stitching is on the covers. So the cover has been stitched back and front, but I'm not going to start stitching every single, and not every single page will have a background page that is, you know, it might be like ripped bits of book page, or just tissue paper, or even just paint. It could be, but for now, to get me started with it, don't get me started, to get me started, I'm just taking the easy way of covering the whole page with some nice scrapbook paper. Super easy. just to get me started. Yeah, like I say, I want it to be a kind of mindful experience working in this book, a kind of nice, maybe even quite nature related, like, whoops, there we go, that's my usual, upside down, back to front. Yeah, kind of nature, the worlds, the stars, the moon. Quite inspired by that book I got. Oh, this isn't a grimoire as such. This is what I was reading, and I thought, you know, I'm going to do a book along these lines. So I tore out one of the pages, but I haven't brought myself yet to, I'm wondering to use it. I'm wondering if I should put some washi down the middles there. Let's see, I've got, wait till I take a wee drink. Right, this kind of goes without being too obtrusive. Right, let's find our plastic card and our burly thing there. Yes, that makes a difference. And we'll need to do the same here. Look at that. That was in that washi tape, a feather, white feather. I think that's a sign that an angel's watching me doing this book. Or is that all a bit? I'm going to get sad now. No, this is an uplifting book. Let's not get sad. That's quite, although it's floral and doesn't especially go with the moon and the stars paper and whatnot, it's very pretty, and I'm going to go with it. That's nice. Right, wash it out the way. Yes, I think that's what we'll do. We'll put washi down the centre, because, well, certainly on these pages that that you're not, you know, that you're using scrapbook paper, I need to just cut a little bit off here. Yeah, that was close enough. But on other pages, if there's a bigger space between the two pages, and plus I won't always be doing 2 pages at once, like, you know, facing pages. There might be a time when I'm just doing the 1 page. And so, oh, this is getting in the way, that wee extra bit of washi there. Oh, touched that there as if that was a spare butterfly that I had missed. But it's on the paper. The other side will just get his little doofers. And this little one, a little friendly butterfly. There. Right, now I have my, let me just get everything out of the way, my Tim Holtz stickers. I don't have the packaging anymore, but you'll have seen these. And I quite fancied this one, The Stars Are Always Shining. but I like this one too, The Most Beautiful Thing. And Most Beautiful Thing. Although Daylight Dreams is nice, isn't it? I think Daylight Dreams, although I had sort of half picked out the stars, I think this doesn't portray nighttime and the stars shining. It portrays more daylight, doesn't it? So I think we'll go for Daylight Dreams, the Most Beautiful Thing. I think we'll put 2 on. Right. So I think we'll put this one here under our chin. We might need a little bit of washi, not washi, a little bit glue for these. I have had these a long time, and I think depending on what you're sticking them to, they're just not sticky for some reason. There, what's she dreaming about? If it was me, I'd be dreaming about what I'm having for my dinner. But I know what I'm having for my dinner tonight. We're having chicken and dauphinoise potato and long stemmed broccoli. Yum. But no, in this book we would be dreaming about, I don't know, going to the beach or seeing some friends, or I don't know, maybe that's what she's dreaming about. Maybe she's dreaming about meeting a nice young gentleman that's going to fall in love with her. Maybe that's what she's dreaming about. I don't know. Okay, so this is my new book. You'll see it now and then. Yeah, I might have a think about the cover. Oh, that was so hard to get apart. How they make those upholstery books, those sample books, and it was huge, and they were in and round a block of wood at the top with plastic, thick plastic, and oh my goodness, and nails and huge big screws. But and I know that I could have cut, but this fabric, quite a lot of them had patterns in the fabric that went under the bit that was all attached, and I wanted to get as much of the fabric as I could, so so I didn't want to just cut it all out and leave some fabric behind. But it took a whole afternoon to get it apart, but I was determined to get to this bit. I had spotted this and I thought, oh, that's nice. Right, so that's the opening. We've got our second page and we've got our owl at the back. Oh, let's see. That's quite nice. The flower might be quite nice again. This, I think we'll go with this because it's kind of white. Do you know, I think I'm just going to leave it just now. I think I'm done there for today, like I said. And I'll get a nice piece for down here. I'll look out the other washi that's in the drawer and see if I can get a nice blue piece for down there. Okay, so thanks for joining me today. And if you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Bye.